Hello, my name is Shesbora Robinson. I am an innovative 21st century teacher that will be a great asset to your school and all the students that I teach. My philosophy of education is to teach with empowerment and inspiration. My first expectations of myself and my students is respect. I expect for each student to show respect to me and to themselves as well as to others. As for me, I will guarantee to show respect to each student, colleague, and myself as well. I believe that a student tends to be more open to learn what you are teaching when they respect you. I also believe that it is not always about what you teach, but a lot about how you teach. My teaching techniques will always be strategically carried out in a way that my students can learn the academic lesson as well as life lessons. Teaching is powerful and should be taught in a way to empower and inspire the students that are being taught. I will always teach values and morals. I believe that it takes more than just your academic ability to be successful. Students must learn to possess a good attitude, self-respect, and develop strong work ethics. I strongly believe that it is my responsibility to define what my students must learn and how they learn the material that I teach. In order to assure that my students understand what is expected of them, I will always provide clear guidelines on how I want each task completed in each course. I will always keep an open door policy so that my students will be free to ask questions concerning the course that they may not understand. I believe in going the extra mile to explain again how the assignment is to be done to make certain that each student clearly understands what is being asked of them. Management is a crucial role in teaching, and I will manage my classroom from academics to the behavior of my students. I believe in rules and discipline, and I am a teacher that knows how to make responsible decisions that will abide by school rules and serve justice to students with any behavior issues. I also believe that learning should be fun and interesting. I want my students to enjoy learning, to enjoy the learning of science as much as I enjoy teaching it. I will be a teacher that learns from my students as I teach. This will allow each individual student to be as creative as they need to be. They will be encouraged to use their critical thinking skills and any resources available to learn the materials that is being taught. The class will also be organized so that all of the learning equipment is accessible to them. I will use my organization skills to prepare creative and effective lesson plans each week and set goals in which I will use to strategically teach my students so that they can obtain the knowledge that is being offered to them. My lesson plans will be wrote out in a syllabus for each student and their parents to see that they know what is expected of them. I feel that each student is responsible for being successful in my class because I am committed to being responsible for teaching the materials that the class requires. I am an advocate for the hybrid classroom model. While I believe in traditional classrooms and giving lectures about the lesson to my students in a traditional classroom setting, I think that it is so much more creative and free for students to be able to have access to the course material and lessons being taught online at any time. It allows students to be responsible in learning the material at their own pace because not all students learn at the same pace. Therefore, they will be able to go home and study the same lesson that was taught in class. I think that it also allows other students that are faster learners to go ahead and preview the lesson that is going to be taught. It teaches responsibility, and it also is an advantage to both students and teachers. I think that an inclusive professional learning community should be built so that both students and teachers are continuing their learning education. We must teach new skills so that our students can be successful in this economy. If we build a learning community, then everyone is winning because teachers are learning more and teaching more 21st century skills to their students. I believe that we are responsible for teaching the knowledge that is needed to run this great nation and prepare our students to be the leaders that are needed to carry it out. At any time of the day, you or any principal, superintendent, parent, or colleague can enter my classroom and find an engaging group of students that are wanting to learn. My goal is to make every day a day of learning, but each student will be learning because they want to learn. It is everyone's responsibility. Again, I will be an asset to the school. I will be honored to accept the lead science teacher position in that is available. Thank you for this interview.